They say the human mind plays tricks in the dark, that shadows stretch too long, that whispers ride the wind, that when you're alone, you're never really alone. I used to think urban legends were just that, stories told to keep kids from wandering too far. But then I went looking for the truth about the Bunnyman, and what I found, it still haunts me. This is not a ghost story. This is not a harmless campfire tale. This is real. And if you don't believe me, drive down to the bridge yourself. Go at night. Stand beneath its rotten beams. If you listen closely, you might hear him too. But don't stay too long, because if he sees you, he won't let you leave. Bunnyman Bridge stands in Fairfax County, Virginia, a decrepit railway overpass shrouded in darkness even on the brightest days. The locals tell stories of a man, no, a thing, that haunts these woods. Some say he was an escaped asylum patient. Others claim he was a deranged hermit. All the stories agree on one thing. He wears a rabbit suit and he carries an axe. The legend goes that in 1904 a bus transporting inmates from an asylum crashed near Clifton. The authorities recaptured most of the patients, but 2 were never found. Weeks later, they discovered something chilling. Half-eaten carcasses of rabbits, their bodies strung from the trees, skinned clean. Then the bodies of people started appearing, hanging from the bridge. The police eventually found one of the missing inmates, his body torn apart, but the other, he was never caught. And to this day, people claim to see him, still lurking, still waiting. I didn't believe it, not really. That's why I went looking. I was working on a documentary about urban legends, so naturally I wanted to visit the bridge. It was all supposed to be for fun, just another spooky story to tell. But when I started interviewing locals, things took a turn. A man named Thomas, an ex-sheriff, agreed to meet me at a local diner. He was shaking before he even sat down. "Don't go out there," he warned, his voice low. "The bridge is cursed. I know what I saw." I pressed him for details, but he wouldn't say much, just that he and his brother went looking for the Bunnyman back in the 80s. Only one of them came back. He took my brother. I heard him scream, and then nothing, just silence. When we found his body, it was... He shuddered, gripping his coffee cup so tightly his knuckles turned white. He'd been torn apart, just like the rabbits. I should have listened. I should have stopped there, but I didn't. I convinced 2 of my friends, Mark and Lacey, to join me. We arrived at the bridge just before midnight, flashlights flickering in the thick fog. The air smelled damp, like rot. Everything was silent. No crickets, no wind, just heavy stillness. Mark joked, trying to break the tension. "Hey, Bunnyman, you out there?" His voice echoed. And then we heard it, a rustling in the trees, a soft, wet crunch, then a slow, deliberate dragging sound. Lacey grabbed my arm. "We need to leave now." But Mark, stupid, fearless Mark, stepped closer to the bridge. "Relax, it's just an animal." That's when we saw it, a figure standing beneath the bridge. The flashlight beam wavered over it, a tall, gaunt shape covered in a filthy, ragged rabbit suit. The ears drooped, matted with something dark. In one hand it clutched an old axe. The blade glinted, slick with fresh blood. It lifted its head, and that's when I saw them. His eyes, I swear to God, they were burning a bright yellow. Then it started to move. Not walking, not running, but gliding, like it wasn't touching the ground. The sound of metal scraping against concrete filled the air. We ran so fast I felt my lungs would burst. Behind us I heard Lacey scream. I turned back. She was gone. Mark was ahead of me, panting, screaming. But when we reached the car, Lacey wasn't there. We called the police. They searched all night. They never found her body. Only her shoes, neatly placed beneath the bridge. I never went back. Mark refuses to talk about that night. We pretend it never happened. But sometimes, when I'm alone, I swear I hear it. The sound of an axe scraping across the pavement, a whisper in the wind. They say urban legends aren't real. But if that's true, where did Lacey go? And why do I keep dreaming of that bridge? Maybe, just maybe, the Bunnyman is still out there, waiting. If you enjoyed this story, please drop us a like. And if you love horror, check out the world's first interactive horror movie on our Indiegogo page and sign up with your email to keep up to date.